So you want to be a professional cuddler? I can help with that. You have to be an entrepreneur. No one is going to hire you to do this because no business or company exists to hire you. So you have to be your own business. You have to be a self-starter. There isn't a whole lot out there to teach you about this, so you have to get curious and do your own research. It helps if your personality is a caregiver. This job is about caring for and nurturing other people, so if you've got that as part of your personality, it's a really big help. You need to get some kind of training. This is not as intuitive as professional cuddling sounds. There's a lot to this work, and these companies are there to help you. You need to have badass boundaries. That is maybe the biggest, most important skill to have if you want to be a professional cuddler. I'm doing an entire video series on everything that you need to know in order to be a professional cuddler, so stick around. In my first video on how to become a cuddle therapist, I mentioned that you have to be an entrepreneur, and that's because each one of us runs our own business. There's no big company that's hiring us that doesn't exist. So we have to be our own sales and marketing team. We have to be our own accountant. We have to run a full functioning business as well as do all the therapeutic work in session with clients. And for those who are interested in becoming a cuddle therapist, if running your own business is not something that's for you, it's not something you have time to devote to, then this isn't the right career path for you at the moment. What I will say though is I didn't necessarily think that I would ever run my own business. I didn't have the necessary skill set to do that when I first started looking into this. But all of that information is available. If you go and seek it out and learn it, you can do that. If I can do it, you can do it. But it takes time, it takes education, and it takes a lot of drive. So the second thing I mentioned in my first video about how to become a cuddle therapist is that you have to be a self-starter. And what I mean by that is, well, Google is your best friend. The whole industry of professional cuddling, of cuddle therapy, it's fledgling. The industry is in its infancy. And what that means is that there aren't a lot of people doing this, which means there isn't a ton of content about it. And no one is going to be there to hold your hand and answer all of your questions every step of the way, unless you pay them. So when you have a question, Google, research, have that curiosity and that drive to find the answer, even if it's hard to find. That is going to be your best friend. Those are the kind of people who really succeed in this industry because they have that drive and will answer their own questions by researching and finding out the answers because they're not all in one spot. So the third thing that I mentioned in my first video about how to be a cuddle therapist is that it really helps to have a caregiver personality. And what I mean by that is, in sessions with clients, I am giving 100% of my attention, my kindness, care, compassion, energy towards them. The people who get into this work because they enjoy cuddling, well, that's about them. That's about their own personal experience and enjoyments, what they're receiving. But this work is really about giving someone else an incredible experience. And don't get me wrong, I have a blast and enjoy all of my sessions, but the thing that I get out of it is how much this work impacts my clients' lives. I see their lives transformed and changed for the better, and that is what fills me with purpose and joy and happiness, and that's what this work is about. The cuddles are a perk.